What is going on, guys? SkiveWalker here, and the dynamic duo is back again, fresh from dinner. And we got a lot of news, so we're going to jump right into it. Fett, how are you doing today, my man?
I am good, my man. I believe this is going to be our first episode on iTunes, so hello, Apple World.
Should be.
And if you're listening to us, please subscribe to us, leave us a positive rating. We love to hear feedback from you guys. SoundCloud's the same thing. If you listen to us via that, please like us and give us a good rating there. As well, our YouTube fans that listen to us, hello. We're going to continue to upload to YouTube. We will also be posting this soon to our website, like video archives for us, as well as we have blog posts on there probably 2 or 3 times a week. So go ahead, give us a like, read what we got to say. If you disagree with us, please comment, let us know. We like to discuss sports. But like the SkiveWalker said, we're going to go right into it. I'm not going to hold back. Mike Musina is trash for not picking a logo.
Yeah, it was soft, and we were talking about it before we started this. And this is actually it's really good for us because he played for your team and he played for my team.
Perfect.
So really, both of us were like, just pick a cap. It doesn't matter if you pick Baltimore. You started there. You played 10 years there. That's the team that put you on the map. If you pick the Yankees, you finished with them. They gave you world championships. Just pick one. I'm sure there's going to be idiot fans. Just pick one. People, at the end of the day, it's your choice. You're elected into the Hall of Fame, the best of the best. It is your choice of the cap. Nobody can take that away from you. And if somebody is thinking that you're an idiot for picking a certain team when you spent almost a decade with both teams, and you did spend a decade with one and almost a decade with the other, people would have respected your decision because at the end of the day, you're one of the you're going down as one of the best pitchers of all time. Just pick the team that you think.
Especially for both franchises, like ranking up there, man.
Either pick the one that you had the best experience with or the one that you thought helped you get there the best. Just pick one. And at the end of the day, if people don't respect it, you're never going to get 100% approval. But most people, I think, would have been like, okay, I can understand why he did that, or okay, I understand why he went the other way.
Like I told you, man. Like if he would have picked the Yankees hat, all right, I would have been a little more butthurt. But I'm not. I'm more mad now that he's not putting a logo on the cap. You know what I mean? I understand there's an elite category where Greg Williams did the same, or Greg Maddux. I'm sorry, not Greg Williams. That's later. Wrong sport. Yeah, that's later. Greg Maddux did it, which is great. But honestly, Greg Maddux should have probably put the Braves cap on. Like you said,
he should have picked
he got all those numbers he acquired while in Atlanta, and they paid. And here's the thing, all right? You're an athlete. You were paid by these organizations to play for them. You acquired all these stats yourself on a team, playing a team sport. Hello? Oh, man. It really grinds my gears, which Roy Halladay, rest in peace, he was also elected. He also does not go with the logo on his cap.
Yeah, but that I can understand because he passed away. You don't know which way he would have chose.
True.
I personally think he should have went with Toronto, even though it is a division rival. But you don't know at the end. You don't know what happened behind the scenes with him in Toronto. You don't know if it was a bad breakup. You don't know
statistically contract-wise.
So I can understand that aspect, but I think Messina and Greg Maddux probably both should have picked a team.
Maddux, especially for Atlanta, because it's not. I don't remember Greg Maddux with the Cubs.
Right,
you know what I mean.
Right, it's not the same.
And with Musina, I remember him both as an Oriole and a Yankee. So just pick one.
I remember him only as a Yankee. I didn't know he played for Baltimore until recently, until you actually brought that up to me. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't just like a little cute 3-year stint.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you were invested 10 years with us. You rode with us through the 90s when the Indians and you guys were running the division. And then you hop town to the New York Yankees, like in the same division. Like you're going to, oh, man. And to bring it up, yes, he is a Penn State alumni, graduated, and he kicked there, so it hurts a little more because, I mean, it's like a twofer, like Penn State, Orioles, this guy's awesome, and then he doesn't pick a cap. So Mike Musina, you're off my list of top 50 pitchers. You'll get replaced by whoever next. I don't care. Next topic, we got pitchers and catchers reporting in 16 days, man.
February 12th, the best sport of all time gets back in action. I cannot wait to get back out in the stadium, which, of course, if you look outside today, there's still snow on the ground. So
there is a lot of snow on the ground.
Yes.
If you live in Northeast Ohio, that's where we live. We got nailed. We had the snowstorm last week where we got about a foot, and then...
Yeah, the one time the weatherman was actually right with how much snow we were going to get.
Right.
Nailed it.
Well, I don't know. I saw like 30 inches places. And
I don't know why they said 30. They went a little crazy, but everywhere else was about a foot to a foot and a half. And
the Midwest got
nailed
rocked.
Yeah,
so
we got nailed.
And so that's what we're experiencing. So for SkiveWalker, he's excited because his team makes a bunch of moves. And I'm excited for a rebuild this year. You guys are going to hear all about it. You're going to hear about every loss. You're going to hear me complain all the time. I'm trying something new this year, and it's called Take a Deep Breath. Remember, it's a rebuild. If you're an O's fan, I suggest trying it. If you're a Yankees fan, be kind to Baltimore fans. They've had a rough go the last couple years, and now the only person that can help me take down the Red Sox in our division is you guys right now. So
he's gonna be a low-key Yankee fan.
No.
Low-key Yankee fan.
Never listening, guys. I promise. I have committed myself to the New York Mets and the NL, my friend. So that is how it's gonna be.
Go across town to the other borough in the Bronx,
Mr. Met. Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, man. How could you not like them? They had Darryl Strawberry because he's a class citizen.
Yeah, he's a great A citizen, especially in his time in New York.
For the record, I did not choose the Mets because of Darryl Strawberry. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the Mike Piazza and who's the dude that just retired last year?
Oh, my goodness. He was like 49.
He wasn't
He's
49.
pretty old.
But
yeah, good old Al Leader was over there.
Yeah, Piazza's the main reason I picked them. But
like pizza.
Anyways, they have good pitching staff too, and they're your crosstown rivals, so it just fits for me to pick them. And that'd be like, who would you even root for in the NL?
In the NL?
Yeah.
Probably the Diamondbacks because I love Arizona. And I've actually got to see the stadium, and their stadium's really sweet. It's one of the few, I think one of two or one of three baseball stadiums with the pool's actually in play, and it's in right field. So the pool's actually kind of cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
And I like their purple throwbacks they wear. The purple jerseys are cool.
And they kind of do have some of the nicest uniforms in the league. But even though they did beat the Yankees in 0-1, but in a heartbreaking fashion.
Was awesome. Randy Johnson, dude.
Well, the reason why I was... All right, so after this, we're going to get back on track because we have a lot to go over. The reason it was so heartbreaking, the Yankees just came off winning 3 in a row, so this would have been number 4. But it wasn't even for winning the 4th one. It was right after 9/11 happened. The city was still in recovery. It would have been awesome for them to win it in Arizona because Arizona hosted Game 7. Won in Arizona and then came back as like heroes for like that city being able to recoup after the tragic event 9/11. So that was really the heartbreaker. So you had the 9/11 attack, which of course was horrible.
Yes, it was.
And then,
yes, it was.
And then you lose in the bottom of the 9th in Game 7. The city couldn't catch a break that year, when it seemed like. So
for the record, though, you are complaining that you didn't win 4 in a row. Yes. Okay. Yes. So for me in Baltimore, who's won total of 3 their whole franchise existence, I take pity on 9/11, but I don't take pity on you guys missing the 4th. But that's just because your history is so dominant. You have so many rings. That's also why I hate the St. Louis Cardinals. So, same thing. But anyways, jumping out of that, the last baseball news we have the report. No Machado, no Harper at this point.
Nope, still no, which is crazy.
It's getting
now
close.
You're seeing the Padres are in on Machado, and everybody's in on Machado. And the Yankees now apparently are, when they said that they were out, now they're the lowball offers. So who knows what's going to happen? This is I've never seen the two top of the top free agents not have a team yet. We're a little over 2 weeks before pitchers and catchers report. So there's got to be something that goes down this week. Something Monday, Tuesday, got to be something either this week or next week. Like right before they report somebody signing.
And this is the part as an Orioles fan that upsets me because Manny Machado said I wanted to play for a World Series. So we trade him to the Dodgers, we get prospects, all right? Free agency, we probably, there hasn't even been a sniff of news about the Orioles throwing money at him. Mm-hmm. And listen, if I'm the Orioles, Angelos, I'm giving this man, because I'm only hearing about a $170 million offer from the White Sox. I would throw $200 million at Manny Machado, lock him up for 7 to 8 years.
Why not at least try?
Yeah, and then I would pull an A-Rod. I would sign with him, play a couple seasons, and then trade him to the Yankees. Because we all know the only people that ever have cash to control all-stars like that are the Yankees. And 9 times out of 10 comes out of trades. But I will say you guys have gotten a lot better. You used to just steal everyone on the market. You're really starting to see you guys' farm system put to use in trades. Never really noticed that before. So moving on, we're going to just say the hockey is on a break right now. The All-Star break's kicking through. I actually, side note, I did see that a female U.S. hockey chick outshot one of the NHL guys.
Really?
Shot speed, yeah. Nice. So the internet is rude with their memes. So that's pretty cool. But there's nothing else. Penguins need to make some trades. I think the Blue Jackets look steady. I think both our teams are going to make it there. I just don't want to see Washington win again. Oven Chicken is such a girl. I can't stand him. His whole George Clooney salt and pepper look is disgusting with that busted nose. And yes, he is now a Russian with 1 cup, so he can have White Russians. So,
oh boy,
love him to death, OV, but Sid's better. And moving on to NCAA. We're going to talk about the transfer pool. This is nuts. The quarterback position. Go ahead, break down Ohio State's add and loss.
So we grabbed Justin Fields from Georgia, which a lot of people expected, with Dwayne Haskins going pro. And you kind of assumed when they were texting each other, you kind of knew Fields was just waiting for Haskins to make his decision. And as soon as Haskins left, you saw you saw Fields on campus, enrolled in school. Done deal. He's going to get access granted to play next year immediately. And then Tate Martell, who talked a lot of trash, telling Justin Fields to come here, and he said he's got to earn it. And Tate Martell's basically walked around campus thinking he was the next starter, so he challenges Justin Fields, and as soon as Justin Fields comes on campus, Tate Martell bolts down to Miami. So shows what kind of a character he has and kind of a person he is.
Man.
So if you call for a challenge, you call for a challenge, then you run away from the challenge.
You are
See ya. Go
soft.
back down to the Hurricanes.
Yep.
Have fun down in the weak ACC while Justin Fields goes to try to win a championship.
Despite it being weak and the ACC, we can't overlook 15-0 Clemson running through a weak schedule like that. And not only did they make sure that we saw, because who they beat? Notre Dame first, 30-3. Yeah, they made sure to let everyone know Notre Dame did deserve to be there.
Right.
And then they really made sure everyone knew that they were better than Bama. So that worries me. But in that conference, I mean, there's nobody that plays.
There's nobody. Clemson has no challenge.
They played
Trevor
Pitt.
Lawrence comes back again
They
as a
played
sophomore.
the title game. Oh, yeah.
He's a sophomore.
Yeah.
Means we got him this year and next year. We got him at least 2 more years.
And
he seems like the type of guy who's going to come back his senior year and try to win 4 in a row. That would be ridiculous.
Maybe he turns into Tate Martell after one. So.
Maybe. I don't know. He looks like Sunshine from Remember the Titans, but he seems like he's a pretty good dude. So.
Did Oklahoma get somebody too? Did they get the Alabama quarterback?
Yeah, I think they did.
Oh my
they
God,
got no, not Tua. The other guy, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts. Okay, yeah. So I knew there was another one we had missed in pre-warm up
he
the
went
show.
To Oklahoma.
And that's the 3rd transfer.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield from Texas Tech. Then you had Kyler Murray, who came over from Texas A&M. And now you have Jalen Hurts, who comes over from Bama. So Oklahoma guy said is transfer you?
I don't understand. I don't understand these people. And I don't care where you transfer to. I mean, I personally don't like it, I guess, because it kind of throws out having respect and dedication to the college that you choose. Because you are, at the end of the day, getting a free education, really getting like $50,000 worth of schooling.
Yes.
Whether you choose to take it seriously or not. And you really take the pride away. But if you're going to go somewhere, before you go, don't say you're going to stay here for this reason and then completely leave the next year or leave that year.
Or challenge anybody to come there and take it from you.
So Tate Martell issued the challenge and left. Jalen Hurts said, I love Alabama. I'm going to stay here at Alabama, and then left. Like, come on, dude.
I think Saban told him he was going to quit paying on his challenger.
Yeah, he might. Trust me. If you want to play, I get that. If you want to leave, go ahead. Hey, Tua Tagovailoa was a freshman last year, and he's a beast. You're not going to play. So you want to start. You went to the national title game. Your first time starting. I 100% understand you want to play. Don't talk that you love Alabama. You love the program. You're going to stay there, and then leave the very next year. Don't do that. That makes you look like an idiot.
I agree with you. And Oklahoma, I mean, if they do it 3 years in a row, I will be amazed because
that would be nuts.
I mean, Jalen Hurts isn't a scrub either. I mean, you're not a scrub when you come from Alabama. And then the last 2 guys we're going to talk about both transferred to the same school. Jerome Robinson, the TCU quarterback who started against Ohio State, has decided to transfer to Missouri, along with Kelly Bryant, the former Clemson starter. Started the first, I think, 3 games of the year.
Yep.
And then
Lawrence took over.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence comes in, and that's an interesting situation. You're going to have a veteran and a young gun slinging down there in Missouri.
If I had a bet, I bet you Kelly Bryant wins it. Kelly Bryant plays 1 year, leaves, and then the guy from TCU comes in and plays.
See, I think the opposite. I think Jerome Robinson starts, and then I think eventually Kelly Bryant replaces him just because Missouri is in a tough spot in the SEC.
True that.
You know, they
got to dig their way out.
The East is hot right now. Florida is back. I know you're an SEC hater. I'm not too fond of the love they get from ESPN2, but the more I dig into the stats and look, I will say this. I have started looking at the schedules for next year, and I want to mention that Clemson plays 2 FCS schools on their schedule.
Oh, sorry. Bama probably plays about 6.
Yeah.
It's all good. They get to play the Citadel before Auburn every year.
That's who Clemson plays, the Citadel and Warford, I think I saw.
Ohio State, before they have to go play Michigan at Michigan, probably has like Penn State or Wisconsin right before.
Well, we don't.
So the Big Ten schedule is a little bit more tough towards the end than the good old cupcake SEC.
That's true. And they
get a warm up before rivalry week.
And we get those stupid, they load up where they want everything to line up perfectly. Like,
yep.
Oh, if Penn State's the real deal, we're going to play Michigan week 8, play Ohio State week 9, Michigan State week 10. You know,
right. You play all the big boys right in a row.
And we hate
if you survive the gauntlet, then hey, you get to go to the title game.
And if you're from the SEC and you're crying that we play old school lineup smash mouth football, we play spread offense too, but we have this thing called a defense in the Big Ten.
Right.
And that limits our numbers where we're not throwing for 400 yards every game.
Right.
So, moving on, we're going to go ahead and talk about the NBA. Kevin Love waived that thing with his contract. It's supposedly like a trade clause or something like that. It gives us the ability to trade him.
He's able to be traded. Highly unlikely he's going anywhere.
Which is fine. But if he is going to get traded, give me the draft picks. The draft picks.
If he got traded anywhere, I would say probably Utah.
I'm thinking OKC. I think
OKC would be interesting.
OKC would be crazy. Imagine him running with Westbrook and Paul George sitting out at the 3-point line.
So then they don't have a lot of cap. So do they really give up Steven Adams for Kevin Love? Give up your only interior post?
Take Grant, and then take a draft pick, and then take somebody that's...
You're still missing another like $10 million a year because Kevin Love's getting paid like $20-25 million a year. We don't have it in front of us. But at some point they'd have to make the salaries match. The other thing would be interesting. So New York wants to go get a superstar next year, and they want to shed a ton of salary. I love Tim Hardaway. I love Tim Hardaway Jr. He's available.
Yeah, he is. I would like to see him.
That almost matches up completely. I would love to see good old big-time Timmy Jim with Colin Sexton and Chetty Osman. Gives us some more floor spacing, matches up salary, so you don't have to give up a whole lot. You have him locked in, so he's not a complete superstar, but he's an all-star caliber player.
He could on the right team. If you asked him to score 40 a night, I think
he probably could. He could chuck up threes. And Chetty's starting to get his stride, man, now that he's becoming the leader. I'm telling you.
Chetty is the only bright spot besides Sexton on that team. I like the center we got from Boston, too.
Zizic?
Yeah,
he's been playing pretty good.
Right, and at this point, we need to get rid of Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, Tristan, it's time to go for him.
Yeah. If you don't take a pay cut next year, bro, I'm sorry. You're out. You're going to get cut. Go. Eat the money. You're eating a roster space. Put somebody else in there. It's young. I'm tired of the knick-knack injuries. I mean, sure, right now the part of the game is injuries, and they're so major and crucial now.
That's one thing we didn't talk about, by the way. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have to get together probably next week and talk about it. And I'm going to hit this and we'll go right back in the NBA. The MLB is getting rid of the 10-day DL and going back to 15 days.
I do not like that for fantasy purposes. That is a terrible idea. That screws me so bad because I'm what you call a streamer, and that just does not work. You know what I mean?
15-day DL is, well...
Do they have 7?
It hasn't been officiated
5 or
yet.
7? Is that still a thing?
I'm pretty sure it's still 7 and 15. We'll do some more work into it, but I saw that they are considering getting rid of the 10-day DL.
And I heard it was brought up in winter meetings about banning the shift. I heard there was no ground on it. It's still not available. So learn to hit to the opposite side of the field, guys.
Just bunt. You get on first every single time.
And the one thing we do need to talk about left with the NBA as well as we switch back is James Harden is just on fire.
Just killing it.
Torching. I mean, scoring, and scoring even more.
We still got half the season, but right now he's the clear runaway as the MVP.
Absolutely. And
you know who else is looking impressive? Luka Doncic, who as a rookie, I that good.
I thought he would have an issue adjusting to the game here, but
he's a stud.
And honestly, the Mavs have hit it on the head twice now. I mean, Dirk was a great European player, won him a ring, and Luka could very easily be the next.
Man, if Phoenix would have picked Luka, Although it's hard to go wrong with DeAndre Ayton's had a pretty darn good rookie year.
The
Luka
Suns
is just
are
a
a
beast.
mess
Yeah,
organization.
the Suns have a lot of cap issues right now, and they don't have a very good head coach. They have bad ownership. They have a lot they got to fix before they become a contender. So them, the Cavs, the Knicks, and the Bulls are kind of sitting at the bottom of the barrel.
What sucks is watching our Cavs lose to teams like the Bulls. Like, they are literally signing people off. I mean, so are we, I guess.
Yeah, signing 10-day contracts.
But we have $120 million in salary. How does that? How do you not have a better team than the Bulls? Like,
right. The rumor is that there's going to be a lot of focus in Cleveland for the trade deadline. So don't be surprised when you see Rodney Hood move. Don't be surprised when you see Jordan Clarkson moved.
Okay.
I haven't seen any smoke on Jordan Clarkson, but I bet you some people want him to come off the bench as a sixth man, and we kind of don't have a lot of room. We don't have a lot of room for him. You're going to see Alec Burks probably get moved. There's a lot of smoke there with Alec Burks going to be on the way out. At some point, I think you do trade Kevin Love. I don't think it's this year or even probably next year, but who knows?
Yeah, we'll have to see because it's hard right now. The cap in Cleveland is such a mess. I mean, I know we touched on it last time. I've written some reports about it in my wish list. But until we can get rid of some of that dead weight that we acquired for the title run, we're still trying to gain draft picks.
JR still technically
on the roster,
JR still, but he hasn't played since the first week.
Him and Carmelo at home playing Fortnite all day, every day, dude. Like,
oh my goodness, Carmelo's gonna get waived by the Bulls and go join Bron in LA, and LeBron's gonna mysteriously get healthy again.
I don't know. I don't like Melo and LeBron playing together. Because Melo to me, his fire's gone out.
Yeah, he's a simple. He's a name in name only at this point. He's
and
not.
I mean, no offense, he is. He's 35, 36,
yeah,
right?
I mean, his career's on the downswing. Father Time is never lost. So,
and it's never nice at that age. You got 20-year-olds running past you at 20 mile an hour.
It happened to Kobe, and he's one of the best scorers of all time.
Right. You think Zion's going to just stop because it's Carmelo next year? No, you're going to break the internet next year. Right. And that's another thing. Duke would probably beat the bottom 4 teams in the NBA
I don't think
right
so.
now.
I think that's a stretch.
I think they would crush the Cavs, the Bulls.
I don't think so. Do you see what the betting line would be? There's a theoretical one. The Cavs would be 22.5-point favorites.
No, I just don't see it. Coach K,
Vegas, I think the Cavs win.
Dookie.
You got it's 2 different games though. The 3-point line's farther back. You have 4 quarters, not 2 halves. It's a little bit different style of basketball.
I guess that would play a major factor in it. But if they're playing
With
college rules,
college rules, it might be a little bit different.
Duke would win, but NBA playing 4 quarters.
I'd pick the Cavs every time.
I don't know, dude.
Both ways, I pick the Cavs every time.
Coach K is one of the greatest X's and O's guys.
That he is.
And recruiters. But anyways, that's enough of that. We got too deep there. My Maryland Terps.
The NBA All-Star break. Can we just say that it's become a joke and a fashion show at this point?
Yes.
Literally,
the jerseys are hideous. I mean, it's nice Jordan took the time to sponsor them, but yeah, they're hideous in my opinion. People are
I'm not a fan. They're
so
okay.
Cool.
They're okay.
All-Star
It's just
Weekend
black and white.
sucks.
It's just what they normally are. They're the same every year.
They ruined it. I mean, no offense to the fans, and I'm a fan myself. Don't leave stuff like this up to us. You need to base it off stats, because then you get people and bots that just vote the whole time. Yeah. And I mean, sure, I guess it's great that you let the fans decide in the aspect of, you're giving them a voice and everything, but there's some snubs here and there that shouldn't happen, as well as they start doing all this corny stuff. Nobody really plays in the dunk contest. The skills challenge is still kind of a joke. You know what I mean? The big money players don't come out and participate. Right. They're just
Which stinks, because to me, that's all I care about to watch. I don't care about the actual All-Star game. I like watching the skills challenge. I think it's super sweet. I think the dunk contest is still fun, as long as you get some good people in there. Although 2 years ago? Last year was a complete dud. When they hyped it up, it was going to be awesome. And it was a dud. I like the 3-point shootout. I think that's fun. Like, all the aspects of the All-Star games, like the MLB, I like the home run derby, and I like the softball game. Derby. I don't care for the All-Star game itself. Although
I don't, because it doesn't mean anything in baseball anymore.
Not anymore.
They took it away.
Yeah.
So instead of the AO and NO having pride in playing for that
it doesn't matter.
home field advantage, and and honestly, I would put that across all 4 sports.
Yeah, I think
that's how it
makes
should
it more fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for the NFL, you can't do it only because the Super Bowl is played at a different arena every year.
That's true.
So I guess if you did it that way, you just pick what color they chose.
But hockey,
but still,
and they're not series. Football, you don't play a series against someone else. All the other sports you do. So that would be cool to do for series championships. Let's see here. We talked about James Harden. Okay, jump to the NFL.
Before we go to the NFL,
okay,
because we have about 5 minutes or so. The fact, and this is, it's going to come off that I'm a LeBron hater. Why is LeBron captain the West team? Why is he even getting to pick? Only for the simple fact, I think he's still the best player in the league by quite a bit. He hasn't played half the season. So why is he the all-star pick? And his team is at the very bottom of the barrel in the West.
He's the face of the NBA, and he's passing the torch to the Greek freak.
I don't think he's the face anymore. I think when people think the NBA, Steph Curry.
Well, think about overall from a perspective of basketball image. There is nobody more influential right now between the media and the NBA
that I'll give
than
you.
LeBron James.
But when you go up to a 15-year-old, you know who he's going to say? Stephen Curry. Because he likes shooting threes.
Yeah,
and everybody's Curry.
I mean, yeah, but that's just the game now. It's evolved to...
And I think Giannis is a better player than Curry. But all these upcoming kids are
Giannis has
Curry.
come a long, long way. I will give him credit. But unfortunately, they have yet to acquire enough talent around him to fit. Yeah, and to me, I hate to say this, him and Russell Westbrook are the same. They're going to have great talent around them. They're never going to win an NBA title. Russ had his one... Was he on that OKC team?
In the finals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When Durant decided to not shoot anymore?
Yeah. Okay, so that was
their year.
That's the only time I could see Westbrook winning that, unless he goes and starts teaming up with people. But that's not Westbrook's style. I respect the hell out of his game and everything. I just don't think it's hard
him for not leaving.
Yeah, and I do too. When guys stay with one team their whole careers, I have to give them props.
Yep.
But switching gears, going to the NFL. Just a quick side note. The Rams received their bid on a no pass interference call.
That was horrible.
And then Brady had the weakest roughing the passer I've probably ever
which of course
seen.
Continued their drive.
NFL refs, get it together, man. Stop shaking or patting Tom Brady on the butt in the huddle while you're walking back after plays.
Horrible.
Stop shaking hands with him after the game like you're buddies with him. Like, that does not look good to the average fan. It makes me feel like the NFL is rigging this. And honestly, this is exactly what the NFL wanted. It wanted its good old boy in Tom Brady, and it's got its supermarket in LA. So, I mean,
that's exactly what they wanted.
And this is what...
And I've seen a lot of people want the overtime rule change because their fan favorite Pat Mahomes didn't get the ball in the overtime. I'm not a fan. I don't think that should be the reason why overtime gets changed. I think if you're going to change overtime, I think you should do it to the college way because I just think it's more exciting, where everybody gets about the 20-yard line and you got to try to score.
And it forces your defense to dig in and make a play.
I think that's so much more fun to watch, and every play matters. Whereas in the NFL overtime, sure, you punt it and the other team then can just score. But you still got to go 70 yards. You don't got to go 25.
I think it has a lot to do
so
with
much more fun.
Traditional value of keeping the kicking part of the game.
Right.
Which, in college, you've already seen them write that off. That's why they almost went to that.
Right, and now the NFL's, the kicking's gone too.
I read some report concussions are down 23% in the NFL this year. I don't know if that's just a news headline I read. I didn't do much research, but I will. But that seems pretty low.
Yeah.
23%. And you guys have involved how much money to keep the safety of these players?
Right.
I don't know. But I'm not happy about the pass interference in the New Orleans game.
No, that was horrible.
Because
that was bad.
It was in New Orleans. There was a blatant ref standing there. And for all you Steeler fans with that stupid picture of Joe Hayden with his hands on Alvin Kamara, that was a regular season game,
right.
You numbskulls.
That doesn't matter.
Who cares about that? We're talking about Super Bowl implications. A team just got robbed, and you guys are out there trashing them.
And if you see the video, with not of just the play, you can, from a little bit behind the ref, you see the ref coming, or one ref coming from the other side, getting ready to throw the flag, and the ref right in front said, "Don't throw the flag." Again, looks horrible for the NFL, and it just looks bad. To me, I think it would have been more fun. As much as I hate Brady and I hate the Patriots and I hate everything to do with Boston, Brady and Breeze again, or Brady and Breeze in a Super Bowl together. It's never happened before. You have the two faces of back then. Of two of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play.
Yeah.
How do you pass it up for LA?
And here's the thing, because I believe Breeze would have won this, and I believe that would have been his going out. I think he would have rode off in the sunset, or at least tried to hand the keys over to that other quarterback they have. But like I said, that's just terrible play calling by the NFL.
I will say, as bad of a call as it is, it didn't completely cost the Saints, because the Saints didn't get the running game going.
In OT, they still went to OT.
They still went to overtime, so they still had a shot. So it's not the end all. I will never, ever believe that the referees win you or lose you the game. You still got a chance to win
man.
the game, but man, that call was huge. You cannot miss a call that big.
At that side of the field, I mean, where was that? That was a 10-yard line going in.
That literally a field goal or a touchdown.
Exactly. And if they score there, I don't know if Jared Goff goes down the field. I don't know if that game goes into overtime. So that right there did have that type of implications there. Now, the Brady call is a lot lighter.
Yes.
But, I'm tired of seeing the refs run around and pat this dude on the back after every game. Or coming out of TV timeouts. Like, I don't know if they don't realize that we see this crap on the internet, that we still can see it, but it's annoying to me. I'm just sick of it.
It's bad.
It's bad. There was also a East-West recruiting game, and Trace McSorley looked terrible in it.
You know who looked good? Terry McLaurin. Ohio State wide receiver.
Oh,
just
gosh.
Burning people.
All right.
Looking good.
I should have
known. Going to be a good third-round pick.
My co-host would have went this route with me.
Going to be a good third-round pick.
Oh, my goodness. Side note, NFL, John Harbaugh signs a 4-year extension, baby.
You excited about it?
Yes, I am. Here's the thing. If he's going to sign for 4 more years, he's dedicated to Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Which means they're going to build an offense for Lamar Jackson to predicate. I am very worried that they are not going to go after C.J. Mosley and draft another linebacker. It scares the dog crap out of me because C.J. Mosley is our savior. If he doesn't pick that ball off against Cleveland, we don't go to the playoffs. We don't win the division. And everyone's like, oh, you lost the Chargers in the first round. Still division champs.
Still
matters. Still with the playoffs.
Matters.
Yeah. So, in C.J. Mosley, Pro Bowler, defensive captain, calls the huddles on the field.
Yeah, it's a big piece.
Pay that man. All right? He earned it. Just give him a 4-year, $70 million deal.
Lock him up.
It doesn't have to be much. But the draft is going to be huge for the Ravens and talent-wise because right now, if they're wide receiving staff, they don't have enough around Lamar Jackson to have more than what they had last year.
Right.
So
yeah, the Colts are going to be hitting defense.
You guys
are
are primed because here's the scariest thing, ladies and gentlemen. Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell show up with a stupid Colts logo next year.
It's not going to happen. Neither one are going to Indianapolis. I would bet my house on it.
Oh, man.
You know why? Chris Ballard had an interview with Dan Dockich on the Dan Dockich show.
Mm-hmm.
He said the locker room was not ready to have like a head case in the locker room. Le'Veon Bell's gone. Antonio Brown's gone. Neither one are coming to Indy. Andy said he likes the running back room. Completely blew out the rumors. Marlon Mack will be the Colts starting running back next year. I would bet my house on it.
That's fine to say to the media right now. But
I promise you he will not. I bet you Le'Veon Bell puts on a Jets jersey and Antonio Brown goes to the 49ers.
I have a lot of people linking him because of Jerry Rice and the management talk there. I personally don't want to see that because I don't want to see the 49ers return to glory.
The Niners will give up a first-round pick for Antonio Brown.
They better give up a lot more than that. Despite AB being a 6th-round pick, still instant talent into that team, and that team becomes a wild card team immediately.
That fast.
And you know what? I mean,
as long as Jimmy G stays healthy. Because
Jimmy
it's
G
2
is
years
cute.
in a row now where he's been hurt.
Please stay away from porn stars, Jimmy G. All right, that's where you went wrong last year as you moved out there.
Trust me, we know. We had Tristan Thompson be with the Kardashians.
Oh, yes, we did. Yeah, TT. Thank you. So, we hit on a lot of things today. So let's close this out with the final thing. What is your Super Bowl score prediction?
It's going to be a shootout. I've been saying defense wins the whole thing, and defense really kind of has, even though the pass interference was a terrible call.
Oh, my goodness.
It was a defensive stand, technically. I'm going to take, it's going to kill me to say this, the Patriots win again, 43-38.
Oh,
43-38 New England.
I am not making it my educational guess right here. I am just rooting flat out for the Rams.
Yeah, my heart is in LA right now.
Straight Rams. But like you said, I agree. I think the Patriots overcome. You don't beat Belichick in the Super Bowl unless you're Eli Manning.
Right.
or
Nick
BDN.
Foles.
Yeah.
Super Nick Foles.
Yeah, Nick Foles. So, unfortunately, Brady wins his 6th ring. Yeah.
Which, hey, so far I've been 50-50. Well, no, I'm sorry. I've been a little under 50% because I got both title games wrong.
And
I should have got the one right. I should be at 50%. But so if I get this one, I'll finish exactly 50%. Which I'll take it.
I'm just not prepared for that. And then within 5 years, he'll be in the Hall of Fame, and I just can't listen to this. I mean, there's no doubt to the amount of respect the man has earned for winning that many titles. But he's also had the greatest head coach and offensive mind at the helm. And the rules fit him perfectly. And they always find a way.
He's not allowed to be touched.
He never, ever takes a clean shot.
The tuck rule.
And we're going to find out.
Spygate.
Because if I had one wish right now, it would be that Aaron Donald sacks the crap out of him, ends the game on a safety, and it ends 2-0. I would be so happy.
I'd be okay
because
with that, then neither team wins.
Exactly.
The Rams win, but they don't really win.
They don't really win, and people talk about it for the rest of life, how Brady is too
score.
old. Yeah, and he couldn't run out of the end zone to win.
I'd be okay with it. That'd be a good headline. Donald wins the Super Bowl. He wins Super Bowl MVP because of one play.
You would like that Donald thrown in there, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Donnie T.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Please, if you listen to us, like, comment, subscribe. We love to hear from you guys. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments you disagree with us or you want to make another point in what we talked about. I know me personally, I've got 3 shows coming out this next week. And I will probably have 2 to 3 blogs as well. What about you, my man?
Probably we're going to be looking at Colts draft needs probably this week. Probably going to be hitting on the Yankees free agency, kind of recapping it and seeing if we need another piece or not. And probably going to talk a little Cavs, not too much time. That'll probably be a shorter video because I think the Cavs, even though we're on another 5-game losing streak, we've been playing a little bit better. And the sad thing about the Cavs this year, we score a ton of points. We just give up a ton of points. So we're scoring like 110 a game, but we're giving up 130 a game. So if you just fix up the defense, the Cavs can be right there and start winning some games. So I think I'm going to be hitting Colts, Cavs, Yankees. And hopefully if I can get the Self factor in, we'll have a little interview and see his thoughts on the Freddie Kitchens and Brown situation going on down up there in Berea.
Yes, that will be interesting to hear his take on it. We're going to do some cool things for the draft this year. I'm glad they moved it back. It's a little bit late, gives us more time to prepare. I get to do my 100 mock drafts I like to do to try to figure out what I need.
Hopefully I won't be playing softball that night. That would be great.
Oh, yeah, that's coming this way. Fantasy baseball is speeding towards us.
Around the corner.
So if you guys want to play in our show league, please comment, message us, find a way, reach out to us. If you're one of our friends, please talk to us or push you in. It's going to be a 12-team league.
Yeah, buddy.
Head-to-head. And I'm leaning towards points and making, heavy hitters like home runs, RBIs. But like I said, I'm going to leave most things up to vote in the league once everyone gets in. That way everyone has a say. It'll be fair. But me and the SkiveWalker will be in that as well.
It's going to be fun.
You better watch out for the bad birdies, all right? They come around fantasy, but not in Baltimore.
All right, guys. We took up enough of your time. Thanks for listening. SkiveWalker and the Fett signing off. Peace.
Peace.